Hello everyone, and welcome to another What's for Dinner on WW Personal Plan. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what we had for dinner this week. We had a couple of old favorites, and I also tried out a new recipe this week. I'm going to be showing you all of these, and I'm also going to be giving you my personal points for each of these meals. Make sure to check out the description box below though, where you can find links to the full recipe videos I have done on a couple of these meals. And in those videos description boxes, you will find the full ingredient list, instructions, and also links to my WW recipe builder where you can find your own points for these meals. For the new one, I will go ahead and list all of that information down below as well in this description box. So let's get started and see what we had for dinner this week. First up is Mexican quinoa. This is probably one of my favorite ways to use quinoa. It just tastes really good in this, very flavorful, and it's also very filling. So this is one that I love making quite a bit. This starts with a pound of lean ground turkey. As always, I'm using 93% lean, 7% fat. I've just got that in a non-stick skillet. I'm gonna add some chopped onions in there and some ground black pepper, and then I'm gonna just cook that until that turkey is browned and those onions are softened. Next, I'm gonna add in a little minced garlic, and I'm gonna cook that in there for a minute or so until it's fragrant. And then I'm gonna add in some ground cumin, some chili powder, some chicken broth, some rinsed and drained quinoa, a can of corn, a can of tomatoes, and a can of rinsed and drained black beans, as well as a chopped bell pepper. I'm also going to add in a little chopped jalapeno for a little bit of heat. You could totally leave this out if you don't want that in there. And then I'm going to just mix everything together. I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 20 minutes until that quinoa is done and it looks like this. So here's dinner, and that is a serving of that, which is about a cup. This makes about 10 cups. A serving for me is going to be 4 points. On top of that, I went ahead and added a little fat-free Greek yogurt, which is 0 points for me, some sliced avocado, which is also 0 points for me, and a little bit more of the pickled jalapeno. With this, I'm having some carrots, just plain carrots. I don't have any dressing to dip them in, unfortunately, so that's going to be 0 points, which is going to make my dinner total for tonight 4 points. Next up was a new recipe that I tried for mini deep dish pizzas. These looked really good. I saw this recipe on the WW website, and I did make a couple changes to it. So the recipe builder link that I'm going to be including for this is going to reflect my changes that I made to this. But these were a whole lot of fun to make, and they were very good. These are going to start off with a batch of 2 ingredient pizza dough, which is just a cup of self-rising flour and 3/4 cup fat-free Greek yogurt. I'm also going to add a little bit of granulated garlic to this just for a little extra flavor. And then I'm going to mix all that together until I have what looks like a dough formed, like that. So then I'm going to take a little more flour, and I'm going to knead out my dough for about 5 minutes until it's the consistency that I want it to be. And then I'm going to take my dough ball and I'm going to cut it into 8 equal parts. I'm going to take a muffin tin and spray 8 different slots in it. Then I'm going to take my dough, flatten it out, and just press it down into my muffin tin, going up the sides. Once I've got that done, I'm going to add a tablespoon of sauce to each one of these. I'm just using a marinara sauce, jarred marinara sauce. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of a part-skim mozzarella cheese. I'm now chopping up some turkey pepperoni, and I'm gonna put 2 pieces or 2 slices, which equals 8 little pieces on each one of these. Then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of dried basil on the tops of these, as well as a little crushed red pepper on some of them. I'm not gonna put them on the ones for my son because he definitely would not like that. And now I'm going to bake at 450 for about 15 minutes until they look like this. Here is dinner. Got 2 of those little mini pizzas, and also with those we're having a salad. That's probably at least 2 cups worth of veggies, so I'm gonna count that as a veggie point for today. On the salad, I'm gonna put just a little bit of this fat-free zesty Italian, which is 0 points. So 0 points for the salad. It does have avocado on there, but avocado is 0 points for us. It's one of our 0-point foods. These guys are gonna be 4 points a piece, or 2 for 8 points. That's a little bit high for me. I'm gonna have 2 tonight, but in the future, I probably would only just have 1 for 4 points, because that's gonna put my dinner at 8 points, which is half of my total daily points. So again, a little bit high, but we'll have my hubby give them a try here and let us know what he thinks of these. They're cute. You can just...
They smell good.
Do you want to cut one open? And then, or just rip it open? Oh man.
They look like pizza.
You're gonna burn
They
yourself.
Smell like pizza. Look at that.
Oh yeah, got the cheese pulled out. That's gonna be hot. I let them cool for a few minutes, so maybe this won't be too horribly hot. With a shot in there. Maybe. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Good?
Yeah, that's really good. That sauce, with the Weight Watchers.
That's just the, I used jarred sauce this time because I didn't have any of my stuff that I make up. I need to make more of it.
So you got the real savory dough, and a little kind of sweetness of the sauce, and then the pepperoni. I mean, it tastes like pizza.
I put a little bit of basil and then red pepper on ours. I didn't put red pepper flakes on the kiddos.
Wow, so good.
So good? All right. All right, guys, that is dinner tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna have 2 of these too. This, along with the salad. So 8 points for dinner tonight for us. Next up is sausage, mushroom, and pasta casserole. This one I've been making for a while. It's really good. It's easy, kid-friendly, and satisfies that pasta craving. So this is definitely one of our favorites. This one starts with boiling up some whole wheat pasta. And then over here in a large pan that I've got some oil heated up in, I'm gonna add in some chopped red onion, chopped bell pepper, and then that is some turkey Polska kielbasa that I've chopped up. I like using this stuff from Aldi. I just got that in my last haul. I'll link my haul up above so you can see that if you want. But I really like that turkey Polska kielbasa from Aldi. It's the lowest point that I've found. I'm also gonna add a little fresh ground black pepper to this. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and just cook all this together until that sausage is heated through and those veggies are nice and softened. Next, I'm gonna add in some chopped up mushrooms, and I'm gonna just cook those in there until they have softened up nicely. And then I'm gonna add in a little minced garlic and let that cook for about a minute or so until it's fragrant. And then I'm gonna add in some oregano. And then next I'm gonna add in my marinara sauce. Now this is the WW recipe for pasta sauce, marinara sauce. I can't remember what they call it, but it's 4 points for 3 cups of it, which is what I'm using in this. It's really good. I will go ahead and link the video up above and down below where I show how to make this. The problem I'm having with it is when I go to try to add it into my recipe builder for a recipe like this one, it will not let me add it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably just tech challenged, but I'm not able to add the actual marinara into my recipe builder. I did just want to point that out though. So if you click on my link to my recipe builder on this, you are going to notice that for the marinara, it just says marinara and it is not reflecting the right amount. I had to put it in so that it would reflect the right amount of points, which is 4 points for this. So the amount I'm using is 3 cups, not the half cup or whatever I've got in that recipe builder. So just a little FYI, I am having technical difficulties and that's why that's showing up that way. But I'll go ahead and make a note of it also in the recipe builder. Once you've added your marinara sauce, you're gonna stir everything together, turn down your heat and let it simmer for a few minutes. And then after that, you're gonna add in your pasta and then stir that in real well. Next, you're gonna take a 13 by 9 inch casserole dish, spray it with a little cooking spray, and then pour in your pasta. You're then gonna smooth that out, nice and even. and then top it with a little bit of part-skim mozzarella cheese, followed by a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Then you're gonna bake this at 350 uncovered for about 25 to 30 minutes until that cheese is nice and melted looking, like this. And here's dinner. That is a serving, which is 1/8 of the total casserole. And for me, that is 5 points. Along with that, I'm also gonna have a salad, which is gonna get me at least another point earned for the day. And then on that, I'm having a little bit of this Bolthouse Farms Classic Ranch yogurt dressing and dip. That I'm gonna just use a point worth, which is about a tablespoon. So dinner total for me tonight is gonna be 6 points. And that is everything that we had for dinner this week on WW. I hope maybe this gave you guys some ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.